It all started when his mother began to labor, earnestly hoping her labor would not be in vain.
This is a code red. Code red.
While he was making his way into this world, they were already writing down his responsibilities. Some noble, others selfish.
Done.
When the news of his safe arrival reached his father, his reaction spoke volumes. When summer arrived, he said only one thing: hope. An innocent, selfish hope. At age 5, he began to feed into these responsibilities and that hope.
He's a star. He gonna be a star. He gonna be up there on that stage, you know. He gonna be with the top ones. He gonna be with the elites a little bit. He's a star. Seriously. You laughing. You know what his father talking about. You know what his father wants.
At 15, he had come so far that the thought of becoming a disappointment made him shudder. At 25, he had grown to carry the characteristic and attributes of his father's expectations. Next, so tell us about yourself. Whenever you're ready. When I was a child, my father always told me about the stages. Whenever he did, I could see the excitement and the regret on his face. And in his voice, you could just hear it. And no matter how much you try to hide it, I could tell even as a child. But whenever it did, there was always this tone of excitement. You talk about the spectacles like they were nothing you've ever seen before, and I have my eyes wide open, just listening and taking it all in. I remember one time he told me stories so late into the night, it was way past my bedtime. My mother came home. She was furious. But I did love the story, you see. My father himself never made it big in one of the stages. It was an extra all his life, and he wanted me to do better than he did. Hi, Mom. I went for the audition today, and I didn't make it. They told me to try again. How's that doing? Is it feeling better? I sent some money if it could do it. Anything, just anything. Hi, Mom. It's me again. Sorry I couldn't make it home for Thanksgiving. It's been a lot. But I promise I'll be home for Christmas. Hi, Mom. I'm tired. I'm tired. This means a lot to me. And a lot more to my father. You see, I have to make him proud. I do. I really have to. One day unannounced, fame came knocking at his door. Ladies and gentlemen, Clown. There is one question I've always been curious about. What do you think of your counterpart? Is an imitator, just like we all are. We're born with knowledge. Our society and environment shapes us, then mold us into being who we are today. That's what makes us who we are. You know, we learn from what we see. Would you agree with me that the society should be responsible for making decisions for you? I disagree. Sam's front desk. You got it. Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah, hello.
Hi, we're calling to inform you that your show's been cancelled.
No. I didn't request a cancellation.
Your show will no longer hold, sir. The SARS have cancelled it, I'm afraid.
SARS?
Societal Approval Representatives. Due to your ill comments on the sands, the stage will no longer accommodate you, sir.
That's impossible. I am Clown.
Have a good day, sir.
Hello? Hey, still up for tomorrow?
Can't talk to you.
Hey, listen. I just called and heard something funny, right? They told me my show's been...
I'm sorry. We can't talk to you again.
Hello? Okay, if this is a joke, y'all better stop. It's not funny. What? Hello? Hello? The comment? What comment? It was a success. What? Cancer? That's not possible. Hello? His father hated the Sams for denying him the limelight he dreamed of as a child. But in trying to win back the society that refused to make him a star, he unintentionally became a worker for them. A worker who was never truly owed anything. In the end, no one stood by him. His father had passed. Everyone born into this world is given a ready-made costume that life has already sewn for them. So when we draw our first breath,
Our minds are being molded to
conform
to the requirements of these costumes. And many times, against our better judgment, we fit.
conformity.
Comes with a lot of promises. The promise to cheer you on, the promise to side with you wherever and whenever, and most tempting of all, the promise of fame. Everything is promised, yet nothing truly is. But you show up. You show up over and over and over again until finally the spotlight hits you. But just when you think you're free, when you think you're doing whatever you want, they're lurking, they're watching. And when you're at your most vulnerable, then they strike. The spotlight remains. Only now it illuminates your downfall. It became clear as day. Life had bankrupted me. The word that I had grown to please had grown cold and dark toward me. Lies disguised themselves as truth, just as the devil disguises himself as an angel of light. It had become so real that I could hardly grasp the truth that I had wasted so much time. But when the facade wears off, reality hits you hard. You rise and you fall. And it was never you. It was them, society. Then you must begin again. This time, hoping you do it right. I like the analogy that compares life to a stage where we're all performers. In this book, I compare myself to a clown, one who performed in a wrong show, at least as far as purpose goes. You see, all things were made for his pleasure, not man's. So performing in the wrong show is basically pleasing the creation, and not the creator.